champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
Well, I can't say that I've ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jimmy, Big Usos.
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing 2 super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall and submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens.
So that's what it's all about, the tag team titles. Remember, this match is under Tornado tag team rules, a 2-on-2 match with the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that much of the speed and power, making him the all-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting about this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the Usos a few weeks ago could prove to be costly.
Dodges away.
Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap with the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-os and trombones fool you. New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them. New Day are prepared for an all-out brawl tonight.
And saw what was coming there. All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love to trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing too.
The champ is pinned. We might have a new champion here.
New champ down.
Not yet.
High-level ability being shown with each of these counters.
Just sent crashing to the arena floor. And an uppercut.
Look at this.
Beautiful Northern Lights suplex.
The beginning of the end.
Ouch! Jimmy gets intercepted. The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who of course Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
It would be a very proud moment for the Anoa'i family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of the elite specimens come from the...
As I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day. It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, but it hits its mark. Boom! Jay showing his instincts. Oh, that hurt right in the kidney. Right hand for good measure. These attacks are clearly adding up on the champion.
The effects of the cell come for everyone. You can only stay safe for so long. Top rope. He grabbed the cell. Now would be a good
Chance down. This one's for everything. Making the save there. Thunderous cloak. Drop kick from behind. Ouch. Damage starting to affect the challenger. The champ goes for the cover. A kick out before one by the challenger.
Where in the world does one find such strength at this stage to kick out that early in the count?
Folding chair to make it also fold you in half. What grace. Float over to the DDT.
And you guys, I see blood coming from Big E's face.
And he is directed into the corner. To the face. Had that one telegraphed.
Ooh, slows that down with a well-placed kick.
Get this back into the ring now. Big E climbs. What's on his mind?
Cuts off their offense with a swift elbow to the gut.
Wheelbarrow face buster.
Eyes are squarely set on Jimmy here.
Ooh, merciless looking blow.
Ooh, whoa. Springboard frog splash.
Oh, quick way to respond with the reversal.
Denied via a wicked punch to the stomach.
He catches Woods with a counter. Float over. Into it. And it was offense with a hurtful purpose.
Right to the leg.
Elbow drop. And out of the ring to the confines of the chain link enclosure.
And we know when he has a chip.
And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash. The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Yeah, credit to Woods for his never say die attitude. But Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That Hart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jay back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos!
Saxton, why don't you glow home?
No, I can't. When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
She said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley's accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight, but once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
Championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? opposite all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that's a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on Bayley's.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
Wards that off. What a response. We've said it time and time again. Naomi, maybe the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
Gosh. She reverses and creates an opportunity. Naomi finds her target with that one.
A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again...
From the top rope, Buster connects.
She gets taken into the corner, needs to get out. Shoulder tackle to the body.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get.
Bayley struggling to defend herself.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Taking flight. Oh, ended up getting caught up in the air, and that definitely made solid impact. And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. Oh, look at this. Armbar slipped underneath and able to counter. Well, there she goes.
Getting back to her feet, but maybe only for a moment.
Perched up top. Through the air.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring. Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Forearm smash. What a drop kick. And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
Run out of ringside and back to the mat. Looking to take it to the air now. Here we go. Oh, a crossbody from the top.
Got all of it. Her moment could be at hand. She's ready to attack.
Oh, man, by the hair. Hair whip. Byron, you've talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression. The way things were when she was hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves in the WWE Universe.
And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
Using the ropes.
Springboard into the kick.
That was disastrous.
Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
Leaning on the turnbuckle here.
A quick reversal by Bayley.
Look at that job. My God, enough! Bayley realizes that Naomi wants to pick up the speed of the matchup. The champion refusing to allow that to happen.
Bayley's got it hooked.
Bayley caught Naomi right where she wanted her, and now she's got a hold on, looking to end it. Has it hooked? Spiked with a rope play.
The champ delivering when it counts.
The ref not even getting to one.
She kicked out there, but I don't know how much more she could take.
And Bayley can barely believe it. Bayley had her dead to rights. Thought she had the three, but it was a fast minute. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
Launched right out of the ring. Gets out of the ring. What's going to happen now? They're feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down, and a series of vicious stomps. Just a continuous rush being faced by Naomi.
Yeah, Bayley's newfound aggression is proving to be just too much for Naomi.
Countout rule is active as she heads to the floor.
Shows great rear view.
Connecting.
The challenger clearing a path to the title.
And now she delivers her back into the ring. Naomi's heading up top.
Taking flight.
Body splash. Naomi, feel the glow. A couple of knees and then another one, and that'll force the break. Bayley, what a right hand.
And there's more to come. How about a stunner over the middle rope?
She's making her way to the top turnbuckle.
From the top.
All the way down to the floor.
I don't care who you are. You're not the same after suffering a crash landing like that. Stirring up, but she has no idea what's about to come her way. Worn down, both exhausted, but this is about winning. This is about being the better woman in the history books. She's holding in, staring daggers at her target.
Oh, look at this. Slam.
Able to save herself there. Naomi firing up the crowd here. And the second rope. Enziguri. She's rising up, rising into a precarious position. Rear view by Naomi.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
Oh, she's still alive.
Guys, I thought we were getting a new champion there. Well, we might see a new champ here tonight.
Don't put the cart before the horse. The champ kicked out and had no intentions of losing that title anytime soon.
Naomi thought she had her beat there, but this one will continue.
Up high.
Crash landing. Saw it coming and took him down. Oh, now came your chest in.
And Naomi is looking to put Bayley away. Looking to finish things.
Taken down with a body slam. To decide the championship. No, championship match continues.
The fact that these superstars can still be moving at this point is beyond the realm of reality.
Consider your title dreams dashed after that.
2 counts. Bayley retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley.
Bayley versus Naomi. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history, and tonight she has the opportunity to make even more history.
Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountain.
From the top rope. Look at that counter from Bayley.
Nice side headlock applied.
Oh, wow. Good measure. She counters right back on Bayley. Whip back into the ring. Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks. As a road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a three-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off for Naomi. Bayley can perched up top.
What a landing! That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time. Oh my gosh, going head on into the stairs.
What a show of disrespect from Bayley.
Social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why they don't do it.
Crash and burn.
My goodness, I think I heard something break on that crash landing.
Boom, boom, persistent barrage.
The champion just teed off. Our challenger found no way to break free there.
And she slides her back to the mat. She's making the climb to the top rope.
Up high. She went airborne and missed.
Just ejected from the ring. Look out! Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
A terrible miscalculation. Missing a move like that can cost you more than the match. Bayley fending that off.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi, maybe the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic moves, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
Oh, what a knee strike.
And she's looking intent on delivering something big here.
That can make an opening for her. Champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here. Oh, catapulting down on the opponent.
And she's tracking her opponent. Might be ready to put her away.
Oh, a springboard roundhouse. Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Into a powerbomb.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley's doing what she's had to do by hook or by crook to maintain a stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Naomi! Feel the glow! A couple of knees and then another one, and that'll force the break. Using the air to drag their opponent down. Oh no, look at this! The podium's up and and the champ can't keep the challenger down long.
She is showing us something special here tonight.
Takedown, and now punches, rights. Man. The champion into the pin. The count was stopped before it started.
How at this point you don't even stay down long enough for a 1 count is beyond comprehension. Bayley connects with a right hand, draping her opponent over the top and middle ropes and a stunner.
Exiting the ring, taking the action outside.
Stop to the belly.
I have a feeling we're about to get a front row seat, gentlemen.
Insulting. Just a continuous rush being faced by Naomi. Bayley wearing Naomi down,
Keeping Naomi from picking up the pace for even a moment.
that goes to show you what Bayley thinks of her opponent here. She's out of the ring. The referee's count will begin soon. Oh, what a club. Quick thinking from Naomi.
Naomi managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
Looks like she's ready to turn the tides in this match. Big forearm flush on the jaw.
Ouch! DDT'd into the canvas. And she's sent right into that corner.
Naomi had it turned around. Block in the jaw. Kick to the gut. Creates separation. A quick reversal for her.
Bayley is all business now.
Boom! Right to the jawline. You gotta pick up your team in section 112. Look at this ruthlessness in the bottom turnbuckle. There it is! Bayley to belly. Bayley to chin. Bayley retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley.
And not only has Bayley's record-setting reign continued with this defense, she's finally, for the first time in her career, defeated Naomi.
We can't deny that Bayley's attitude changed.
Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley's accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as her road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took...
Take off. You gotta be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense. But I can't say it didn't pay off. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring. Just punishing their opponent.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi, maybe the most athletic woman we've...
Good. Putting her back in her place.
What a counter! She's in a bad way here.
On the apron, look at this.
That was brutal.
Look at this! And completely missed the mark.
A bold decision to go high risk there, but it completely backfired.
Took devastating damage, and that's going to linger for the rest of this match.
Naomi put a stop to that.
She escapes the attack.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your breath, no matter how heavy the burden may get. Manages to slip out of the way. Several reversals, neither superstar able to penetrate their opponent's defense.
The head scissor takedown.
Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Oh, man, by the hair. Hair whip. And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to
Perched up top. Diving leg drop. And Bayley's having trouble managing his onslaught.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
And elusive Bayley there.
And met with a right hand. Bang!
She knew how to evade that.
Stops the kick. What a windmill kick.
That kind of agility is something that just might get the champ shook. When the challenger can come at you from all angles, that makes for a very dangerous situation.
Oh, what a high kick.
Shot in the corner with repeated kicks.
Quicker than Naomi there.
Now Bayley looking for some momentum.
That could be the spark Bayley was looking for.
Boom. That puts her on the offensive. And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger.
Bringing this back into the ring. Big clothesline. And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here. No way!
Taking a flight to nowhere.
And now that terrible error makes this a critical moment on the top.
Crashing to the floor.
This can't be good. They just missed wildly.
Took the high risk, but unfortunately, no reward.
Brian, you talked a lot about this change in Bayley. How people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression. The way things roll, she is hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves from the WWE Universe.
Caught with that sharp elbow.
Oh, no. On a reverse DDT.
His athleticism is off the charts.
What a way to get out of that one. And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right.
Uh-oh, feel the blow. There it is. A couple of knees and then another one, and that'll force the break.
Countering with a chop block will alter any attack.
Bayley able to counter.
Kick finds the spot. attack to the head and looking a little dazed. Propped up in the corner.
She's vulnerable, up on the top. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a strategy in a hurry.
Shoulders are down. To retain. She doesn't even get a count of one.
Incredible power to kick out and rear view by Naomi. The challenger comes up big. The cover.
The champ isn't going down easy.
The title still hanging in the balance.
Resilience of a champion on display. What else does Naomi need to do? She's fought so hard, but still can't close it out. Shoulders down. Championship on the line. Makes a cover. Naomi did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley to contend with.
History made in the Middle East.
for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from off on Sika. And then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And a combined weight of 603 pounds. Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Captain Blue Albano and combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces. I'll tell you, they're out for blood into the Lion's Den.
Here's the battle. It's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley.
The Dudley Boys. Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come. A very physical duo. And we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
And Devon definitely turning it around. And we can talk about how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the king of TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to the table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad. Don't say that too loud, Saxon. You might get caught.
Assaulting the knee with purpose. Bubba wasn't prepared for that.
Snapmare takedown. And just in time, he gets out of there.
Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. That's something common in most wrestling.
Flying! Good Lord! Taking flight! Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible. But at what cost?
Snapping Cole with a body block.
Golly.
There it is!
Reversal. Dominating shoulder tackle. Taking out the legs, taking out the ability to create separation. Alpha turning up the intimidation factor.
Blast off!
He's reaching under the ring for anything useful.
From up top, right up to the target outside.
And he's kicking things into a whole new gear.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, I have to wonder if Alpha and
And what's this manager looking for under the ring? He has no business down there. He hasn't put through the ringer tonight.
The purpose of this match is to soften up your opponent before you inevitably put them through the table. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, Cole.
Sika's really taking control here.
And the Wild Samoans aren't going to let the Dudley Boys take over in this match.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. Like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Not looking good. In this position. Under the ropes and back into the ring. Oh, my Lord. What contact.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
No count out as he takes things out of the ring.
And Alpha is clearly looking for a fight here.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animal. Vicious.
Getting out of harm's way.
Clothesline. Good Lord, so effective. He's headed to the top now. Framing him up. Lift off. Oh, Devon got caught with a reversal.
Got his opponent in hand. And looking to cause some damage by attacking the skull. Got him up.
A massive atomic drop. He's looking fairly drained.
Every aspect of this match is only going to get harder at this point. If you have a chance to close it out, now is the time.
Caught an elbow in the gut for that effort.
Number 8 was ready for that.
He wants this fight on the outside.
Oh, colliding with a barricade.
Looking for more damage here. Release back suplex. Ouch.
And what?
On top. A table. The guys, I don't think there will be any place settings. Why are they coming over here?
Lots of...
Oh, here it is.
Slides out the back door, and he is free. What a shot.
The other boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. Had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but when the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call regular old Tuesday. Alpha and Sika are just a different breed of wrestling.
Look, I don't care who you are. You could be King Kong or a kaiju. It's going to be curtains for you. If you're
Setting up again.
And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners, Bubba Ray and
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking out Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting the bell to eventually ring. Uh-oh. He gets out of the way.
Nothing fancy here. Backbreaker. Back into the ring now. Oh, that gets reversed on Sika.
What a display here. Counters on both sides.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first on the top rope.
Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
Good God, just a disgusting thud hurt here at ringside.
Oh, did you hear that? Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather here. Goes into the corner. Ducks. That'll be a great here for knockout.
Devon Dudley heads up high. From the top. Oh,
is the hostility Sika wanted to bring.
Into the steel steps. That's got to be a tide turner.
Scoop slam!
A reversal. He saw that coming.
These two are finding an answer for everything.
To the throat. Ava and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train, it's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
And he tosses it back in now.
Agonizing.
Gets lifted into position.
Textbook scoop slam.
And he heads back into the ring. Clothesline up back of the neck. Running bulldog. Oh, my God.
Of course, a thunderous chop. Down opponent. And a double axe handle smash.
And we can talk about how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With the famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the team. TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to the table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Headbutt. Oh, look at... In trouble. His body has to be racked with pain.
So far, this tables match has been just as brutal as we anticipated.
And a counter by Alpha. Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come. A very physical duo. And we've seen how they use their heads. Almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
He's finally finding an answer to that onslaught.
Could be what Bubba Ray needed to ignite a rally.
And it is indeed time for Devon to get the tables. Back into the ring now.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Man, landed hard. Oh, counters right into the breadbasket. Oh! Effective counter. Nice running Oh, my gosh! Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned?
And now with the kendo stick in hand, he's ready to do some real damage.
Setting up for something here. And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only... Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wesley.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary All thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day off his North American title reign.
Well, after what Melo and Trick just did to Wes Lee, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
Biggest Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Melo needs the night off.
Well, Melo talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
Now, this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly a no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness. Melo had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Melo and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Melo-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight?
Fujiwara armbar applied. You can imagine that Roman Reigns, the Usos, even Paul Heyman are watching this match closely right now.
Oh, absolutely, Cole. We're talking about the man who has held the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship for 744 days. And the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, who've held those titles for 422 days.
Record-breaking reigns of both singles and tag team competition. If Solo captures the North American title tonight, who knows how long he'll keep it for?
Gotta be a tough situation for Carmelo Hayes here. He's up against an opponent he could never have planned for.
Oh, but there's a clear strategy, Cole. Solo Sikoa has an injury to his left knee. Solo had a brutal Falls Count Anywhere match last month here at NXT, and he just faced Drew McIntyre on SmackDown just a few days ago.
It's very unlikely that Solo's knee is 100% today. Melo needs to focus on further damaging that knee.
Let me point out that this is brutally unfair to the A-Champ. He prepared for Wes Lee, or a night off. Now he's not getting eaten.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo lift off.
You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm.
Up high.
And completely missed the mark.
A gruesome landing. I don't know how you walk away from that.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring. Oh, ouch.
Oh, snapmare. Oh, right to the spine. Oh, no. Getting in position.
Eyes the ropes to force a break.
A prime example of why you need to know where you are at all times. superstars have done their homework.
The face has been planted.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes save that North American title?
Yeah, but 10 days ago, Solo Sikoa did the same thing for Roman Reigns when he attacked Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. Sikoa has blood on his hands, too. Clothesline in the corner!
Uh-oh, the headbutt! Great flurry of offense from Solo.
And it looks like Solo has all the answers for Carmelo at this point.
Samoan drop.
What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now
What?
Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa, cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
What a spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours. The face has been planted.
And gentlemen...
And Hayes turning it around.
And Hayes is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
Hayes is being tested. It was fun.
Lights out here.
Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, come on. Did he really need to stop the pin like this?
Going to the top rope. What's his plan?
From the top.
Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent.
Holy, meet the barricade.
Right to the back.
That didn't go as Solo pictured.
What a takedown.
Fujiwara armbar. Fujiwara armbar applied. He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a countout.
Heading back to the ring.
Big boot.
The defensive elbow to the gut ends that.
Brought in the hard way. Sikoa is going up top.
From the top.
Diving headbutt.
Thinking about a submission here. Boston Crab.
Trying to free himself, trips the ankle, and he's out. And kicks off his opponent.
Oh, he saw it coming.
Winding up. There's a Samoan spike.
And it's the cover.
Might be moments away from crowning a new champ. That was a matter of a fraction of a second.
That was a golden opportunity to end things. Now he's got to hope the opportunity presents itself again. And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with this hold. Nice escape.
Just floating through the air.
Pin attempt by the champion. And he kicks out of the pin and one.
Wow, I thought for sure that was it.
We all know what he's thinking here.
Watch out! Targeting the stomach to reverse that maneuver. Oh, right into a counter. Solo reverses and looks to capitalize.
Nothing fancy there. Spinning your knot.
Turning it into the pin.
Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. It is the North American title now going to SmackDown. This has to be the most unpredictable era in WWE history.
You know Sikoa was given his marching order.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is God, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
You can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weight at 217 pounds, Seth
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these introductions, muttering to himself at times. Honestly, Rollins seems to be in Roman's head. The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donning the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500 plus days.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns is dominant.
Finds the roll up,
And we have a rope break.
great ring awareness.
Reversal. And that turns things around.
Good punch, nasty. Roman Reigns focusing that anger, using it to get the advantage over Seth Rollins. Being set up in the corner for something.
Defiant counter to Reigns.
Both superstars countering one move after another.
So to the stomach.
Pounding the breadbasket.
Look at this, raining right hands.
Non-stop blows.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Boom! Did you hear the impact? Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead-up to this match.
If I'm Roman, I'm taking all
No way. All the way down to the floor.
Really thought that was going to work, but now we got a human being we have to scrape off the floor.
As the fight continues ringside, we may need to relocate soon.
I'm already ahead of you. Grabbing my notes.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him. Tornado snap suplex.
Rollins pulling out all the stops early. Roman Reigns needs to kick into higher gear to catch back up.
From Rollins.
Classic Rollins with a springboard knee strike. The colossal clutch. The colossal clutch. Slipped right underneath, and just like that, he's out of the hold. Sparked with a Uranagi. Oh, what a knee. Being carried around now. Oh, slam.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
Roman Reigns giving the people in attendance the chance to acknowledge him.
Kick to the gut.
What a right! Reigns is wasting no motion.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Has to find a way out of this.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every time.
For the championship. Instant kick out from the champion.
Maybe that was just to keep his opponent off balance.
And the counter from Rollins.
And Seth is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
Brief sign of adrenaline from Rollins.
What a counter. Placing him in the corner.
Seth Rollins setting up. You know what's coming, Corey.
The challenger is going for it. And a shoulder is lifted before one.
What stamina. It's truly impressive to completely beat the count here. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Sent into the stairs. That'll stop anybody. Here's the pump handle. Suplex. Launched.
And he slides him back to the mat.
lands, it's over.
Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's going to hurt.
Kick to the gut.
Isolating their opponent's arm and all. Delivering nasty stumps.
Rollins escaped the danger. That's the kind of power that makes you have to acknowledge the Tribal Chief.
Reigns.
Devastating maneuver by the champion.
And he goes crashing to the outside. Moves from the ring to the outside.
Target locked in. He knows it's that time. Will the champ make that pay off? I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on...
And here's Reigns now. Misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap there? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Finally makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games Rollins has been playing has pushed the Tribal Chief past his Superman punch by the Tribal Chief. That is how a true champion defends the title. And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exorcised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the Tribal Chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The first member to enter will come from the advantaged team. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new bloodline.
The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new bloodline are destroying what was built.
This conflict was unfathomable until now. The new bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu!
The new bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the bloodline.
The OG bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he is the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
Jey puts a stop to that.
Absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
Snap power slam. Oh, he timed that counter well. Under the apron now, looking to stack the odds even higher in their team's favor here.
Both sides with an answer to every piece of offense.
Entering the ring and assessing the situation.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
Great journalism there, Byron.
thanks, Michael.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
Well, that may be true, but Solo side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table. Called himself tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more. Jumping clothesline! What a spear!
That was vicious. Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa? Nice DDT.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forget.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games. Old bloodline, new bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline.
He's fighting to the top.
Strong kick. Oh, look at this. Measuring. He's about to unleash something big.
My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to endure a smash like that.
Now this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in.
Jay can seal it here.
Sledgehammer right to the gut. He averts the offense.
So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal. Nothing fancy here, just raw power.
What's Jacob Fatu's intentions here?
Oh, man, he took a hard landing into the other ring.
Does Jimmy have any fight left?
This whole building is shaking.
Matches like this are what it's all about.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs. Flipped it and reversed it with the inverted spear. Jimmy with a game ender. We don't need that.
Eight men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own tip the scales in their team's favor with the counter. And then to Sami Zayn.
No doubt, Sami just ended this. And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Numbers advantage or not, he's leaving nothing to chance as he searches under the apron. Super spear! And that can vanquish Tom. Searching under the ring now, this can't be good. What a dive! And Tamatanga won't be having a good night if he allows more offense like that.
Destructive offense from Jimmy. Through the ring door and adding a bit of leverage to the situation.
Oh, man. Adding more injury to injury with that man.
Textbook jumping clothesline.
Stun. He's in a bit of agony now.
So ruthless.
Reigns has it. And there's the Urinari. Wham!
Super kick.
Jacob Fatu is able to dodge that.
Half and half suplex. Lights out.
Catches the kick.
These two have learned each other so well. Right into a neck breaker.
New entrant about to come in and not a moment too soon.
Taken down by the neck. Ouch. He's looking lost out there. Looking like an easy target. And now the new...
And it's Jey Uso.
Jacob Fatu in a compromised position.
Dodges out of the ring. Tribal Chief has assisted. No more messing around and no more reinforcements. The real battle begins right here. War Games has officially begun.
Down to Owen. And a double axe handle smash. Definitely some damage dealt to him there. Tom Malone showing plenty of ferocity there. He's looking a little battered now.
Nice job dodging contact there.
Going up the cable.
That's going to keep...
Sky high.
Has Sami in a petty predicament. And the way to Jacob Fatu.
I can't believe we didn't even get to one.
And he's only got one thing on his mind right about now.
Wicked kick to the face.
Down on the ground, getting pummeled by that hammer.
The slopes are under coming from now. Trying to string together as many hits with that weapon as possible. Top rope. Uso! The Uso splash. Will Jey end this?
Jey reining in things. Sami with a big. That could put Tama down for good.
And that attack has the street champ looking a little less tough.
Yeah, and Jey had it well measured.
Ow. Oh, what depth with the crossbody.
What power! Thunderous powerbomb.
Nap time on the island of relevancy. Just excruciating pain. There's no way you can sustain being in this submission much longer.
Will the pain be too much?
He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael. Just a desperate attack. Breaking out the eyes.
But no, helping their teammate out there. Climbing the wall, the War Games here. This so
Tamatanga setting it up. Here it comes.
Tonga twist.
Tama could end it there.
This has to be it.
Reigns had that scouted.
The cover for the win.
Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here.
What a jaw-dropping show of strength this late into the match. Escape and a takedown.
And it's Solo looking for a win.
Nap time on the island of relevancy. The neck just being wrenched away at. Believe this hold feels even worse than it looks.
And would you look at that? He just let go of the submission.
Maybe he did the damage he meant to do and has something else in mind now.
Vicious.
What's disrespectful?
inflict more punishment.
Tripped over to Uso. Jimmy Uso splash.
Jimmy might just finish things.
Look at this, just unloading. He's starting to look bad. Sammy predicted that. Elbow throw. Say not today.
John Henry swinging the hammer like that. Spinning heel kick. Yeah, that one busted Jimmy Uso up real good.
Hard to imagine there's much left in the tank.
And his body has to be in extreme amounts of pain right now. He's headed up. Might be going toward the top of his War Games structure. Uso splash!
Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa? You can see all the brutality the original Bloodline team has dished out. Everyone on Solo's team were filling the War Games cage with their own blood. And that was an expertly executed DDT. Being placed in the corner here. Sikoa showing no from the top. Oh, Superman punch! He's not done yet. Oh, great wherewithal there. Oh, my!
And over to the other ring he goes.
Absolutely gassed here.
Yeah, this is troubling. Can only hold on for so long now. Oh, super kick finds the mark.
Entering even more dangerous territory. Scaling the War Game from the top. Oh, man. Roman's shoulders are down. Keeps his team alive. What a save. Oh, man. Super kick. He's headed up high. Or not high. Here's the cover. I think this may... Oh, no.
Not like this.
And stopping the pin there. And Reigns.
Could be felt throughout the arena.
Sammy isn't going to like what's about to come his way.
Reigns cuts him off.
Jay can seal it here.
Oh, man, drop kick.
He might be getting up, but it doesn't look like it will be for long.
He begins to climb the wall of the War Games cage. Heading to the top rope, looking for Uso. Uso splash!
That could put Solo down for good.
Has them hooked, looking for sliced bread.
Counter with a power slam. Playing down the low.
Sammy's into the cover. This might be it. Maybe the counter advantage. He makes the save.
Better late than never.
Both wrists captured.
Does Jimmy have any fight left?
Right to the kidneys from behind. He connects with a counter. Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents from the top.
Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old school bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael. But that won't be enough if they can't stay on the same page.
Yeah, and given how united Solo's team is, I don't think even the Mount Rushmore of WWE can handle the new bloodline.
Roman and his crew need to remember what bonded them, what made their team, and work as a real team. Just one last time.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
And now having to deal with that weapon is like going up against two competitors at once. He's made sure the odds are above and beyond his favor now.
Oh, Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
But meanwhile, Zayn and Jacob with the wherewithal to counter and just unloading that stop sign. Mere seconds away from evening the odds in War Games. Buster. He's finding himself in some territory he does not want to be in. Oh my God, and a spine. That'll make your legs go numb.
Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games.
Half and half suplex. Lights out.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Half and half suplex. Lights out.
Drives a foot into the stomach. He counters with a great reversal. Series of counters here. Who will finally capitalize?
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational asset. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone.
Now looking at Jay.
Jay nailed all of it. Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new Bloodline in War Games. Tonga Loa was expecting that.
These two reaching a standstill with all these reversals.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa escaping there.
What power! Thunderous power. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying work, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question. I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Lucy?
I think he is great. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school training and taking shots are the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
Elbow drop. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side is less experienced inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage. He loves raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
Great journalism there, Byron.
kicks in the cranium of their opponent.
The energy in here is palpable. Something truly special is unfolding before our eyes.
Going for body blows is a good way to drain your opponent.
And that negates Zayn's offense. Jimmy on his way to the top rope.
From the top.
An unprotected shot to the head. Those can add up.
And he's just been tossed aside into a new terrain. Countdown's on and get ready because this will give one team a greater boost. Well, meanwhile, here's Sami Zayn.
How Sami ended it there. And slamming their opponent's face to the canvas.
And the tribal chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Another targeted attack to his head and neck area.
Picking it up by Tama Tonga. And look out. Here it comes.
Tongan twist.
Terrible position for Jimmy.
We're at a vital stage in this matchup, and this audience is fully aware of it.
Yeah, they have another turning point to come at any second, and that could be the instant that ends it all.
Uso and looking at Jey Uso.
Will Jey take advantage?
Oh, what a kick! At this stage, he's endured plenty of big attacks. Ow! Jacob Fatu in a compromised position.
Oh, wow. Giving a new meaning to the move hammer throw.
He quickly gets out of dodge.
Oh, a kick! Wow!
Good golly. Utilizing his power and tossing him across the rings.
The next entry coming to even up the odds.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
How much more can you take?
It's time to catch that second, maybe even third win.
Tama Tonga able to avoid impact. Taking a moment to get.
Launch it. Does that finish Sami off?
Oh man, jarring headbutt.
Slam the door shut and brace for impact. War Games are now officially underway.
This is the moment it's all been building to. The ultimate test for these teams begins
vanquished from the top. Fisherman suplex classic. That blow has been delivering. Sound strategy to wrap up a torso like this. This could do it for the win. Oh, breaking up the pin.
Has identified the target. Step Uso.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
And right into the cover.
Kick is over. Zayn has this wrapped up. We know what's racing through his mind. From the top down.
Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. And another stiff shot to the head here. Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver. What a headbutt. Vicious. Oh, the physicality and just rearing. Turns it around.
Shot. The lights are out for Sakoma.
2. And we see Tonga Loa. What are they attempting to do here? Looking for a suplex. No, cover. He's able to beat a 2 count.
Punishment he's taken, and yet he's still in this match.
Tama Tonga twist.
Making nearly a hand for Tama Tonga.
Oh, come on. Has Sammy in a penny predicament. And we see Tonga Loa. Kick out just before 2. Wow. Capitalizing on Sakoa's mistake.
Trying to go for it again.
Connecting on the DDT.
Does Jimmy have any fight left?
2. He breaks the pin and keeping his team in this one.
Sending him all the way over to the next ring.
Comes down across the head with the axe handle.
Uso
Splash.
Jay nailed all of it.
Sent him clear into the other ring.
We've seen that look before. Jay in position.
Punching their way to
That could put Tama down for good. That time to meet Sami Zayn.
Uso splash. Jacob Fatu got caught.
Jimmy Uso looking to secure it all. Get it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand.
Here's the cover. Is it enough?
Wait, look at the feet. The feet are on the ropes.
And that looked like a rag doll being thrown around. Boom! Read that one.
Back suplex. No. Driven down.
Everybody is dealing with a lot of stress here.
Starting to scale up the War Games wall. He's going back to the well.
What a DDT! Wow! Did Jacob pin? Shoulders down.
Trying to end it.
He got the shoulder up and from the top.
Hazardous position as Jimmy gains his footing.
And so much damage has been done to the head here. I really don't like this, guys.
I'm hoping we'll see a sign of mercy, but I don't know if that'll be the case.
Rake in the face. That is agonizing.
Right to the face. Oh, hit by a flying stop sign. That had to hurt.
Suplex. Super kick. Climbing the... throwing him off the whip. Uso. He gives in. He taps out.
Here are your winners, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jay Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
Unbelievable. Roman's original Bloodline crew found a way to work together and reestablish their dominance.
You may not know who your brother or enemy is by their last name. But when you're in battle, look to your left, look to your right. That's family. And this is the one true bloodline.
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be the Profits' night, but it's not going to be easy.
The Profits possess tremendous athleticism, but so do the Islanders. And let's not forget, the Islanders have Bobby Heenan in their corner.
The following contest is a 2-out-of-3 falls match. On their way to the ring, and a combined weight of 492 pounds, Martin Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
The Islanders are known for innovative double-team offense, but they're looking to do more than just beat the Profits.
Well, under the Brains' incomparable tutelage, the Islanders have become smarter and more brutal.
Tez and Dawkins better have their third eye open and their heads on a swivel.
I expect to see expert-level tag teamwork from both the Profits and the Islanders, with supreme athleticism from all four competitors.
What this match could boil down to, guys, is which team picks up the first pinfall.
It's not going to take long for chaos to rule. The Profits and the Islanders are ready to see who is the best tag team on Earth.
The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Tez and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with any shortcut the Islanders can
And
find.
their opponents, accompanied by Bobby Heenan, at a combined weight of 499 pounds, Tana and Haku, the Islanders.
We know the Islanders are as vicious as they come, but the Street Profits excel in all forms of chaos.
Yeah, Corey, but the Islanders have a plan. It will stop at nothing to carry that out.
The Profits will have to truly compete as a team to overcome the odds in this 2-out-of-3 falls match.
The truth is, I don't know if Ford and Dawkins have faced a team as dangerous as Haku and Tama.
And the Street Profits are going to have to execute a next-level plan to take down the Islanders and Heenan.
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenal so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag levels are at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke.
Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are exceptionally dangerous. And don't forget their secret weapon in the form of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
And now propped up in the corner. And taken out by the double team. A 2-out-of-3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with this stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
They also won a 2-out-of-3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners.
Talk about being on the same page. They were on the same sentence with that fine piece of work.
Corey, you've competed in these type of matches before. What's the key to victory for Haku and Tama?
It's crucial for the Islanders to win the first fall as early as possible. To do that, they've got to either isolate Ford or Dawkins and block their path to make an attack.
Has him set up in the corner of the ring.
Tama creates an opening for himself. So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
And Dawkins got led right into harm's way on that exchange.
Yeah, let's look at that offense that opens people's eyes to Tama. Oh no!
Across the top rope. There's the tag here. Oh, man. Make a wish. Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to run. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring is on that path.
Nothing fancy there.
It seems like this match is becoming something of an uphill battle for him. Consecutive attacks keeping Dawkins off his game.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits and now placed in the corner.
We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent of this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford. Into the pin.
He can pin his opponent right here. And he kicks out at two.
Able to squeeze that shoulder out. So close.
And he turned it around.
He's pushing back now.
Angelo weathered the storm and wants to create a flurry of his own.
Big splash.
Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time.
Placed him in the corner here.
There's the tag.
Point of the elbow, nailed it.
That was that chemistry you cannot teach. Got him up.
Massive atomic drop. And knew what was coming there.
Both competitors showing they've studied the other's playbooks to the teeth.
That holds back Ford's attack.
Pulled back into the hip toss. Samoan drop, Byron.
Oh, no, it's a Hawaiian drop.
Is it enough? The cover! And referee cuts off the count at one.
Kicking out now sends a very clear message.
Out on a flying forward smash. Ford got met with some stiff resistance there.
Oh, what a headbutt on the mark.
Up on their shoulders. Down in a hurry.
I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Heenan and the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished for it. Then again, the corrupt president who handed out that suspension also vacated the WWE Championship for no good reason.
Yeah, Corey, there's just too many things to correct you on there.
from the top.
Diving headbutt. Tama with a devastating assault.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here.
Bam, suplex.
Pulled back into the hip toss.
Return fire from Dawkins.
This is a big night for the Street Profits. The party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sniff of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton, but I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand tonight. In fact, I've heard the Islanders plan on taking a victory swig after this match.
They can definitely handle it, Corey. Tama and Haku have very strong heads.
Getting set up in the corner now.
Up in the ante right here.
Look at the ups.
Hail Mary! Big punch finds its mark.
Forearm smash! The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Doc. Tag made, the Islanders. What do they have planned here? Oh,
Double team Savate kick. The Profits are down and the Islanders are about to reap the rewards.
And he scores the early fall.
My God, the Islanders continuing the assault. The Street Profits just don't know the word quit.
this is not just about winning. This is about taking over. Elbow puts an end to that.
Stiff headbutt, and he just has to be in indescribable pain.
He has been battered and beaten, and there's only so much more he can take. He's placed into a precarious, perched in a dangerous position up top. It's about to get worse from here.
Suplex. What could Haku be looking for? Up high.
Oh, man, he landed right there.
Getting him right into the corner.
Followed a blockbuster.
Great leaping ability.
Oh, so athletic.
The Profits battling with every ounce of their souls.
And the Islanders are unleashing a mauler. Down right into schoolboy, shoulders are down.
Oh, wait a minute. Turns the leverage for a pin of their own. Second fall for the Islanders, and they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tama and Haku just proved they are the best tag team of any era.